What's up, everybody? You're tuned into DBYT Podcast with your host, Tyesha. And today we're getting into attachment styles. I'm personally going to get into one that describes me to a T. I even took 3 quizzes just to make sure that it was right. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Bite my tongue? Never. See, what they don't know is they're tuning in to DBYT Podcast. And I'm just discovering the world around me.
Tyesha, I love you.
It be like God is telling you to keep going.
You quit on yourself, you really down bad.
Tune in Wednesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern Time.
All right. So, guys, we have 4 different attachment styles that I've been researching. Have secure, anxious, distant avoidant, and fearful avoidant. And depending on where you get your information from will vary on what they describe it as. But I want to get into the first one, which is secure. Basically, you are comfortable, you're free, open, honest, and you're like very stable. So it's not perfect, but they have like a very high emotional intelligence level. They are able to listen to people, they're able to problem solve in their relationship, and they really don't have any type of fear when it comes to being in a relationship for real. You have anxious, that's another style. They more so fantasize about being saved or to save someone. Like they get very caught up in that. So they could have a lot of mood swings. They could feel very insecure. Usually those with low self-esteem. And they really do place unrealistic expectations on their partners. Yeah. Let's get into distant avoidant. They are emotionally distant. They push people away. They have a hard time like connecting with people. And relationships will get in the way of their independence. So they're really scared of losing that sense of self when it comes to being in a relationship. We have fearful avoidant. They're unpredictable. They usually self-sabotage themselves and end up lonely. And they have a lot of inner conflict within their relationship, hence the self-sabotage. They will talk themselves out of like being who they need to be. They'll talk themselves out of like a person actually caring about them. Like they do a lot. Your childhood could definitely affect what attachment style that is linked to you. Like for example, I had took 4 different types of like effects that it could have on a person. So the way that you were brought up could make you a pleaser, a victim, a controller, or a facilitator. And I'm gonna get into those real quick just so we can all be on the same page when we get into the specific type of attachment style that we're getting into today. So you have the pleaser, they're gonna do everything good. And they have a hard time saying no. They want to make sure that people around them are accepting them at all times. So they're not really going to be like the ones to be like, oh, I have something to do, or I can't because I have so much going on in my life. They really don't care about what they have going on. They more so are like, oh, if you need me, I'm there type thing, So yeah, they try to make everybody happy and yeah, don't really care about looking out for themselves. The next one was the victim. They like to really stay under the radar. They're quiet, have low self-esteem. They're kind of like, they cope by being calm and like, they cope in a different way, but calmness makes them uneasy. So it's like, if they're in a good relationship, they're like, why is this going so well? And then they start overthinking and doing all that type stuff. Here's another one, the controller. So, oh Lord. Anger is their power, doesn't want to feel weak, likes to figure stuff out on their own. These are the more independent people, the more I got it, I'm going to tell you what to do because I know it's best type of people. Yeah. And then you have the facilitator, which is they usually have a fear of abandonment, tendency to want opposite of parents, so they can have peace and not getting hurt by expectation. So Now we're going to get into the one that I actually wanted to get into today, which is the secure attachment style. So like I was telling you guys earlier, I took a little quiz or 2 or 3 or 4. I really took 4, but the other one wouldn't let me see the results, so I took another one. So the first one said that I had a secure attachment. The second test said that I had 13% anxious, 26% avoidant, and 88% secure. So again, secure was over, arching everything. And then my third result was with secure being 54.3, avoidant being 20%, anxious being 17.1, and disorganized being 8.6. I want to give you guys like a little background, I guess, or like a more in-depth feel of what a secure attachment style could look like for people like me. So we are generally healthy. Excuse me. We are generally happy, and we can have like healthy boundaries, healthy patterns within a relationship. We're naturally a warm person, pretty much friendly, intuitive, confident, enjoy deep connections. Personally, that is yes. That's a yes for me. I like to think that me and somebody could go deeper than surface level, especially if I'm with you. If I don't feel that sense of like, oh, we're connected on a spiritual level or something like that, it's probably not gonna work. But anyways, I don't assume that I know what my partner needs. I like to talk. And if y'all have been watching me and listening to me for like the past 3 years, I like to talk. I like to get into people's minds and see like, what have you been through? What type of person are you? How do you like to be loved? What kind of like trauma have you been through, due to the fact that I don't want to either tick you off, or just because you don't want to, you really just don't want to trigger nobody for real. So I like to talk about like abnormal things, especially in the beginning, just so we can go ahead and get it out the way. Let's figure out what we need to do so we can be the best person for each other if we're going to continue doing what we're doing. Cool. We secure people are fairly independent, but okay with like letting other people help us. Like having help is not a bad thing. It's actually like a very attractive feature to have when somebody else, especially if you're used to being like an independent or like an alpha type personnel, and you have somebody coming in and like letting you relax. We like that. Just saying. People can count on me. I'm very dependable. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty much, I keep my word. It is very rarely that I don't keep my word. And if I don't, I definitely let somebody know like, hey, this came up, or I can't do this because X, Y, and Z, apologize, or, at least give them the reason why, hey, I can't do something. Also, people with a secure attachment style had a good, healthy relation with both caregivers and or parents. I say that because though I didn't have a good relationship with one of my birth parents, a step parent was definitely there. Do you feel me? Definitely was a caregiver. Definitely had a strong bond with my stepfather and my mom. So yeah, I'm pretty much, I'm Gucci in that area. We will go through things too. Yes, this may seem like the most stable of the attachment styles, but people fail to realize that they need to check on their strong friends. Because let me tell you, we go through things just like everybody else, and just because you are a type of attachment style doesn't mean that you won't intermingle with other attachment styles. For example, like how I had different percentages in the other areas, but I'm more likely to be a secure attachment style type of person. Those things can change, especially through experience and different people that you meet, because everybody has a different impact on you. Like I was telling my sister the other day, I was like, there is a thing, like you could let's just give a number. I like the number 3. Have 3 people that you like, but you can like them for different reasons because they bring out different sides of you, like sides of you out. Yes. They bring out different things in you. So where somebody make you feel like, oh, I can cry in front of this person, or I can actually communicate how I'm feeling with this person, or I could have fun with this person, and we keep it how we keep it type thing. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? I hope so. Moving on. When you are with people with a different attachment style, it can be difficult to give them what they need. I think that is more so across the board, because of the fact that somebody with an anxious style may not know that I am okay with certain things compared to themselves, because they're thinking of themselves like, oh, I wouldn't be cool with this, so why would they be, type thing. It's hard to cater to people when you're not on the same page exactly. But with me having a secure attachment style, I am more adaptable, I like to say about myself, so I could figure it out. Like in the beginning, I said we're problem solvers, so it's not a difficult task for us to sit back, listen to what you have to say, and try to come up with a solution to help you along your way. You know what I mean? The last little tidbit that I have was I don't worry about things that I can't control in my relationships, and that's because, like, in the other sections that I found, or even when I was taking my quizzes, it was saying things like, oh, are you scared that your partner would leave you for somebody else? Or are you clingy? And like those type of questions. And I'm just like, no, like if somebody feels that they need to detach themselves from me to find better, that has nothing to do with me. That is a internal battle that they have with themselves. And you can't be all the way mad unless you're in a deeper situation than you're leading on. But for overall, I feel that being okay and secure with myself is step one. I would not want to get into a relationship without feeling like, am I going to be okay if we break up? Yes, I will be, because that's life. Or at least in my eyes, it's okay to break up. It's okay to move on. It's okay to find somebody that reflects your values and trusts you and makes this make you feel alive for real. So if I'm with somebody and I don't make them feel like, wow, it's okay. Like, I get it. It's okay. Like, everything, just because you like somebody or because you feel strongly about somebody doesn't mean they feel the same way, like the same exact way about you. But you have to come to terms with yourself and be like, that's okay. Because think about how many people that I am actually compatible with. So once you find that person that's like not wanting to be with you, that's just one less person that you literally have to worry about trying to get their attention of. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that was the secure attachment style episode. I hope that you guys check out the links in my bio, because there will be the same test that I took earlier this little month or whatever. And I think it will help you and your partner realize like what type of person you are. Because sometimes we are unsure about exactly who we are, even though we kind of are always here, we're kind of not here always. So yeah, with that being said, I'm Tyesha, and I promise I won't bite my tongue. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.